Mm-hmm. Aha. Ah. Pop out chat. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, they're gonna let me post this thing. Post this stuff now. Nice. It's about time. I am talking to myself. I can't see chat yet if you're in here. Um, where's the hat? Really? Do 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 do. Oh, I can add this stuff to there. Hang on, wait, let me pull chat up. What's up, GMS? Yeah, have I drawn? Have I drove one? Yeah, I have. What's up, Captain? Random. What's up, man? Real fan, Logan. Hello. Sorry, I'm about to play in just a second, fellas. I just saw YouTube gave me another option to do some stuff on my streams now. All new. Dun 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 dun. Sure, that'll work. I'm just gonna see if it's actually gonna work now. Probably not. Notch 8. Yeah, what's up, trucker? All right, let me go. So I got CSX Southeast, and I haven't done anything on here. I don't know anything about CSX. What's up, Brooks? About Waycross or A-Line, I don't know anything. Victor, what's up, man? I was gonna make a video about what happened to Mr. CT today in Birmingham. I don't know if y'all have heard about that. If y'all see my post. Disregard. I just got home a meeting. Um, Pretty tragic situation. Hmm. Okay. That track goes nowhere. It's about the only yard that I found the other day when I was here. It's pretty big. What happened? So a CT died last night. He was struck by a metal rod. The conductor was struck also, from my understanding. CT died. Conductor was in the hospital still at 9 o'clock this morning. NS said it was a freak accident. I'm not buying that, but I could be wrong. I'm just speculating, I guess. I hope it was a freak accident. I hope it wasn't disregard from someone else. Hmm. So living my best life. Your friend recommended the channel. That's awesome, man. I see. Yeah, GMS. It's on the same line I used to work. So it's on the AGS South in Bessemer. Um, Hang on, I'll show you real quick. Let me pull up. Let me pull up Google Earth. I'll show y'all exactly where it was. Um, and I'm curious as to who recommended. If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to tell me if you want to. So here is Irondale Yard. This is NS's yard. A train that was headed south. I don't know what the train was. Oh, that name sounds so familiar. I feel like I've seen that name before. Here's Power Shop anyway. So here's Power Shop. How we used to get trains going on South AGS. Would come in here and we would come up here to the switch and would shove back and catch our train. You know, hook couple up to our train, and you know, depending on how long it was, would couple up and then we would come south. So this is going towards Meridian. This is from Irondale, and I mean it's a massive yard, and there's always U-Mans out here. This is the receiving yard. And this shows back, of course, it goes to the hump down to the class yard. But they're on the AGS South, so that means they left from this receiving yard and they went south this way down on 2 tracks. There's a main line 1 and a main 2. Or not really a main line 1 or main 2, but there's 2 tracks that come down right here. And where everything happened was, I don't know exactly where it happened. I know it happened in Bessemer. And Bessemer is where we have there used to be a couple of locals that worked there. A40 and A40 and A something else. I can't remember what the other one was. I'm trying to find the switch yard. I think it's right here. Or the house, what are we gonna call it? What's up, Ricky? And but anyways, the engines usually sit right here. This is like the little place for where you go to get your paperwork, or one of these houses right here. But they said they stopped at 32nd Street, which I was assuming. I figured they were going to stop right here next to their little yard, which is where you can see they were moving it. They were moving some rail cars right here when this teacher was taken. But anyways, it didn't say where it happened, but it said they ended up stopping at 32nd Street, and then let me see. Man, that's wild. All right, so here we go. Let's look at this.
Thank you. Well, we have been following
Breaking news. Why is it so crappy?
news out of Bessemer for several hours now, where a tragic accident has happened.
There we go.
It appears something flew up from the train tracks and killed a train conductor trainee. This happened at a railroad crossing on 32nd Street South. Jonathan Skinner's been out there all morning back.
So 32nd Street South is where it happened. Okay, so 32nd Street. 32nd Street's gonna be up here. So this is where it happened. So look, here's the yard. Their little yard area. They would shove back. Man, why is that so bad? The picture is horrible. There we go. That's better. Okay, so yeah, so here's what I think happened. I'm just speculating. I don't have a clue. I just know how these guys. I'm going to guess. So these 2 tracks right here to the right are your main lines. So they run all the way. These 2 right here are your main lines. This track is 60 miles per hour. Okay, you can run 60 down through here. We used to do it every day. My guess is they were probably shoved back in one of these tracks, coupled up to some cars, waiting for their turn to get out here on the main line and take off and go switch whatever industries they had to go switch. And they may have been walking. Huh? Yeah. But if you look at this video, I can't see chat at this second, so I apologize. If you look at this video, you'll see they may have even been facing this way. I'm not positive. Like I said, I don't know all the. They haven't released all the details really what happened. Where did that video go? Oh, there we go. All right, so you'll see they take a close-up picture here.
What he's been able to learn. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, good morning, Janice. Yeah, what we've learned so far, that train conductor trainee killed in the accident, according to Bessemer police, it was a metal object that struck that 1 a.m., 32nd Street and Carolina Avenue in Bessemer.
A40 and the other local at Bessemer, you always worked late.
That piece of metal striking and killing him. That by a cat.
Look at this pole. Look at this rod. That's huge.
Passing train that was actually traveling the opposite way.
Traveling the opposite way, so they may have been traveling north. I'm not sure. It could have been north or south. It just depends.
In the video here, that metal object sticking through the front window of that
Hmm.
train cab. Now, Bessemer police and investigators from Norfolk Southern were on the scene. No injury to anyone else, but we actually also just moments ago got a statement from Norfolk Southern saying, in part, Norfolk Southern is grieving the loss of a member of our team today. Our hearts go out to his loved ones during this extremely difficult time, and we are working to provide grief counselors to his colleagues at our nearby facilities. We'll continue to give you more updates as well to this story on our WBRC News app, as well as WBRC.com. Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
So it appears that they were inside the cab when this happened. And I mean, that's crazy. That's nuts. So again, me speculating, they were obviously sitting in this track, I'm guessing next to the main line, waiting for their turn to pull out, or just sitting, sitting in the cab, was waiting. And something was on this rail car, and they were probably coming from Meridian going north. So they're probably coming from down here going towards Irondale. And I don't know, there's definitely something to be learned here, even if it was a freak accident. What NS is saying, there's a freak accident. The load could have shifted whenever they hit a rough part of the track. That rod could have been, tied down. Yeah, it happened this morning, Zachary, at 1 a.m. It could have happened, it could have shifted, and the rod could have came out of the rail car. And whenever they went by something, they actually caught them. I don't know. If it was coming from Birmingham, I just don't know exactly which way they were coming from. If it was coming from Birmingham, someone saw it. There's no way. If it was hanging out, someone had to have seen it. If it wasn't sticking out and they were coming south, like say this engine was facing north, if the train was going south to Meridian, there's no way that could have happened unless they were sitting on the main line, which could have happened too. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see all the details. But, they also have this track right here that breaks off. You can see it right here where it breaks off, and there's 3. So I'll have to wait and see exactly which way it's going. But I don't know. It's just, there's definitely something to be learned here. And I guess the whole point of this is why C100s are super important. Not saying that, there's not saying that a conductor coupled up to this car didn't do their C100 and now someone died. It's definitely a possibility. There's even a possibility of a conductor coupled up to the car and told the train master, "Hey, Mr. Train Master, there's a rod sticking out of this thing. We can't let it go." And the train master said, "Send it." I've seen that before too. I've had that happen myself. Not with a rod sticking out, but a rail car leaning really hard and there was metal sticking out the top side of a empty not box car, but a gondola car. I've been told to send it. So, if it's freak accident, there's really nothing to do there, and this is crazy. But I would like to see footage of the rail car leaving Meridian or Irondale. Yeah, if it was leaving Meridian, I'd like to see the rail car when it was leaving Meridian to see if it was sticking out then. If it was leaving Irondale, I'd like to have seen it leaving Irondale. But yeah, that's crazy. Finnegan, what's up, man? It's a bad situation all around. Derailment in Santa Fe Junction Yard. No, I haven't heard about that, Colton. The only reason I heard about this is because it's so close to home. This is my stomping grounds. And like this, if they're going south, I mean, there's definitely a really big possibility that this could have happened when they hit the main line. Yeah, it came to the windshield, Nathan. When you hit 14th Street up here in Birmingham, it is the roughest. The speed limit is normally 25, and they even normally put a 10-mile-per-hour slower on it. And it is the roughest diamonds right here I have ever ridden it. I thought we were coming off the tracks the first time I did this. And I mean, it's horrible. And it's so rough, and I could see it, really. I could really see it, something breaking or coming loose there. This is coming down near Railroad Park. This right here is Railroad Park. You know, the Barons baseball field there. But yeah, that's where it happened. That's AGS South. So I don't, like I said, I don't know exactly what happened. Victor, I'm sure everybody's talking about it down there, but you know, I don't want to speculate and point fingers at somebody that when they probably didn't. You know, there's a possibility none of that ever happened. Show the yard and CCS in Shreveport, Louisiana. Have you heard the dead man switch? I have. The dead man switch. Which yard? Brandon CSX or KCS? KCS Shreveport. What is their address? Let's see. 4601 Hillary Huckabee Drive. Hillary Huckabee. Nope, that's not it. It says drive. Should get me close. Oh, you're off. You haven't heard anything? Yeah, everybody I'm sure be talking about it. I mean, where in the locomotive is the dead man switch? Are we talking about the same dead man switch that I'm thinking of? What do they used to call? I've heard of that. Where did that come from? Dead man switch. Talking about the alerter? That's where I've heard that from. It's the alerter. Yeah, that's what I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Let's see. So, what's up, real friend Jordan? You missing something? No, man. We're just kind of talking about the accident that happened at and Birmingham. Aiden. So pretty much what happened is that we had a conductor trainee. He got killed early this morning. He got pierced by a metal rod that was on another rail car coming in the opposite direction of them. The metal rod went through the locomotive and the windshield on like I think it's a GP40 or something like that. Went through the windshield and actually hit the conductor trainee that was normally sitting in the front seat, and then the conductor behind him. From what I know, the news people said no one else was injured. I was told by a guy that works there that he was in the hospital. Did you hear the engineer flip out? No, I didn't have any radio stuff going on then. Do you know how to start a ES? Yeah, I think I can get one started if you put me on one. I've done it a couple of times. I had to wing it one day. Yeah, I think it was Aiden. I think it was a scrap car. Like I said, I don't know exactly which way it was coming from. So if it was coming from Meridian, I don't know where it could have originated from. But if it was coming from Birmingham, it could have came from. And there's all kinds of tube plants and scrap yards around Birmingham. Nucor is one of them. The NS switches often. The bar mill. KCS got a pretty big yard, man. Pretty big yard. I see there's a lot of flat switching because I don't see no hump yard or no clash yard. Looks like they got it kind of figured out right here down the road. I'm assuming over here to your left is going to be your receiving yard. Just guessing. All this right here is your receiving yard. These are going to be your tracks where you're actually building your train. If you're flat switching. And then maybe this over here is your outbound. These few tracks over here might be your outbound train. It's hard. Could be the opposite way around. I would imagine this would be your class yard. Then you would double over to these tracks and maybe leave. Oh, am I right, Brent? Okay, nice. I was just guessing. I was spoiled, man. We every yard I ever worked in, we had a hump yard, so it was always easy. You always had the receiving and the outbound, and then the class yard. Yeah, that's like a lot of switching, a lot of flat switching. Could y'all kick cars? I would hope so. I'm sure y'all could. I see tracks where it looks like y'all are riding golf carts up and down through here, throwing switches and kicking cars. Oh yeah, y'all are definitely kicking cars. Yeah, y'all got GP40 up here. Yeah, y'all are kicking them. Yeah, rail fanning can be extremely dangerous. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. Rail fanning can be dangerous. I think that's why you'll hear some people kind of freak out whenever they're really close to the track. Kick cars for the first time. Kicking cars is fun, man. You can get a lot done really, really quickly. I went and saved Highball's World the other days. Decatur, Illinois has the largest flat switching yard. Is that where you're hired out of, Zachary? You hate switching. Oh, so you hate swinging blocks and kicking cars? Man, I used to love it. When I worked in Decatur, that's all we did. We'd have our little inbound train. I get you saying Decatur yard. It's a small yard. It was only like 16 tracks, but it'd always bring our local cars, and we have to sort them out. You could kick them and get them done in 6 hours. You can go home. If you graduate college at 17 and you work for no, you gotta be at least 18, man. Gotta be at least 18. No air. Logan, what are you doing? My little buddy's wide open. All right. I'm gonna. Is college requirement? No. No, no way, Jordan. If college was a requirement, I would not have ever worked for the railroad. This is all in the highball world. I don't play on the highball because they take that server really seriously from my understanding. And I literally just go in here and joke around, just mess around. I wonder what, really? Let's run updater again, hang on. Let me exit this real quick and run this updater. You see all these videos I recorded last night. I was going to make a signal videos. I just stopped immediately. Make my head hurt. Alright. Now, let's try again. He worked for NS, Damien. Second interview with TP&W. I've never heard of that company. Must be like, is that Tucker's or Truckers at a short line? Do you need 2 years work experience? No. Definitely no. Joey the Cat, I haven't even heard of Railroader. I'm not even sure what that is. That must be a new game, I guess. Don't look into that. Can run on a laptop? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's a too intensive game to run, really. Four months in, 30 years, 10 months to go. That's right. I was trying to go to Bakersfield. Why is that not working? That's pissing me off. How do you get Run 8? You have to go to run8studios.com, I believe. Yeah, Todd, that's about the same with NS. About the same with NS, that's for sure. All right, well, since that don't want to work right, we're just going to go to back to the CSX, and we'll just create our own thing. What is Waycross? What is Run 8? It's Train Sim. So, Nathan, it's like probably the closest. Wow. Am I on a train track or am I going deer hunting? What's going on here? Oh, my lord. That is a serious yard right there. How do I get to it? Come on, how do I get there? Why is it not letting me go? Oh, there we go. All right, now we're talking. Waycross, Georgia, CSX Rice Yard. Yeah, this is it. Damn, this might. I'm not sure if this is where you were working at before. That's some serious class yard, though. I don't know which way goes where. Is Run 8 worth $50? Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a hard game to learn at first. Just because there's so many buttons and stuff, but yeah, once you get it, you're okay. They've made it a lot easier than it used to be. All right, so what kind of train are we gonna run? That's the question. ST70s. Y'all choose. NS, CSX, BNSF, UP. I got all of them right here. Hang on, I could do this. Do a poll. No, I don't want to do a poll. Yeah, I don't know if they have Pennsylvania, Nathan. What? They do have real yards though. So like your Cajon, Bakersfield, whatever the other one was I was just at. All of them are all. So this whole game is based off, from my understanding, it's based off of real world grades and turns and the dynamics of the trains. Probably the closest thing when it comes to controlling slack and your dynamics. The only thing I don't agree with is the amount of power you need to move, your horsepower per ton. There's a bunch of them I don't have. So I got some GP40s, ST40s. I don't have any dash nines. Why? I don't even see any on here. Why not UP? Mm-mm-mm-mm. You got that old trusty JB Hunt train. It's like if you look at the HPT down the bottom right hand corner of that, I've been on a stack train. That's like 10,000 feet. We only had like 2 online. Yeah, I did see that day, Damien. I was at work, but I did see the stream. Okay, let me add one more of these jokers up here. All right, there we go. Place train. Place it right there. We're going all loads. There we go. So I cheat. I don't do all that. It's crazy how accurate these sound. And the SD70s, they nailed it too. Who cleans the engines? What is their job title? Is it mechanical labor? The laborer, whatever the name is. What's up, Larry? Where am I at? I don't know where my train's at all. Oh, here we are. We're up here. About. Really? What is that? We're gonna see what that is. Alright, let's cut the generator fields on, all this good stuff. Don't need that. Need that engine in run. Nope. I don't know how to work. I don't know what. That's my lights, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. What are you doing, Logan? Quit. What does that say? Oh, that's air conditioner. Soap and water is expensive? Yeah, that's right. Larry, I'm gonna try it. So I have a link and stuff to the FRA meeting on Zoom. I'm gonna try and stream that so everybody can see it. I think John's gonna be streaming the rally, so I just kind of figured I would just go ahead and stream the actual meeting. So if anyone's curious as to what's going on, there we go. Now we're talking. What, Logan? All right, reverser forward. Knock all the handbrakes off. See if we can start rolling. What is it, buddy? Hey, Go somewhere. Go play with your toys. This kid right here, he stays in everything. Come on, rear, start moving. Thank you. Logan, go play with your toys and get away from my power button on my computer, please. Quit. Goofy. Here. Oh my goodness. Get it. Go in there. All right, here. Give them to me. Thank you. All right. Where's your toys? Go get your toys. Oh, I don't know what our speed limit is. I better look, huh? Sorry. I'm trying to keep him occupied. 15. Okay. Welcome to Waycross. Yeah, that's right, Brad. That's probably the biggest thing I try to say. You know, it's definitely not for everyone. But you'll never know unless you try. That's the other part of that. All right, we got a clear block. I guess I could cut the audio up, huh, so y'all could hear the actual what's going on. Is there AI traffic? You can create AI traffic. I see you. Yeah. I'm not going to hit the horn. It's super loud. As y'all can hear. I just don't ever hit the horn on crossings. Yeah, I see you, buddy. I see it. Did you break it? Yeah, you done broke your toy. Give me that. Let me see. I got it. How'd you manage to do that? Okay, here you go. Ever been in a Heritage unit? Yeah, I have NS 4000, I believe, or 4001. I think I've been in a couple of them, but that's the only one that I know of for a fact that I've been in. I may have been in another one prior at Sheffield, but I didn't know anything about them. Larry said one of the train masters said Wall Street wants to give us sick days. I've heard something similar. Definitely wouldn't hold my breath for sure. You know how that is. What happens if you violate a rule in Run 8? Nothing. Nothing happens. Favorite kind of locomotive? I would probably say ST70s. As looking back, knowing what I know now, ST70s. I don't know what this is right here. Maybe I shouldn't. I'll go ahead and switch that back, actually. Yeah, Victor, it is probably one of the most realistic simulators I've ever seen when it comes to controlling your stretch and you can catch a knuckle really easy if you if you're in dynamics going down a hill, and then if you don't get your train stretched out before the rear of your train sits down in that dip, you'll catch a knuckle. We're still at 15 for some reason. Alright, clear block. Let's see. We're right here. I've never been down this track, so we're just going to see. Would give us a real life scenario here. We're getting an approach block and then a stop block at one of the sidings. See if I can stop this thing. We weigh. Yeah, we're only 6,600 tons. I should be okay. Name of the simulator is Run 8. Run 8 Train Simulator. You can get it at run8studios.com. Brooks, I missed your message. What'd you say? I saw someone say good luck. Oh, I see. Start on January the 2nd. Nice. That's good, man. You start school, I guess, Brooks, or they actually gonna give you time off? Are we still at 15? Because we're waiting to get out of the yard? Yeah. We're almost there. A really small looking, it looked like a toy. It was more than likely a Jeep. Oh, okay. Nice, man. Training out the yard. Stay vigilant. Keep your head on a swivel. Oh, you'll be alright. Can we go now? A Jeep is Jeeps only 4 axles? Or are they 2? I think Jeeps are, I think they're 4 axles. Versus 6. Yeah, that's right, Brooks. Hopefully not. Sucks. I'm really curious to what's going to come out of the investigation. 4. Okay, that's right. We only had 1 indicator. I had to go switch 1 local, and that's the only reason we had it. This was because it had a really, really sharp bend. Brooks, it's just an inspection in general. So, like if you go and switch a local, normally, you know, you'll stop the engine short before you come up to any rail cars. You want to walk around and make sure there's no derails underneath. Because some people will put derails underneath the car, like if they're unloading it or they're loading it because they don't want it to shift. You could be setting your cars on top of a switch, so you make sure the switch is still lined in your favor. Make sure nothing's hanging off the rail cars, nothing like that. And, you know, make sure your handbrakes are tied down, all that good stuff. And it's just one of those rules that even myself, I've done it, where you just get complacent and you're like, oh, there's nothing. You switch this yard so many times or switch this entry so many times, you're like, oh, that's good. And you just couple up and go. No, I don't have a specific favorite, Jordan. What system carries Run 8? I think it'll run Windows and Mac, I'm pretty sure. Not positive though, but I'm sure you can check on their website, it should say. Yeah, Vic, that's right. Yeah, it's a good habit to get into, especially the handbrake deal, because there's been times where I've coupled up to a car, and actually the knuckle didn't lock, and the car just rolled out, and the knuckle just opened up, and then, yeah, I had to jump up there and tie down the handbrake real quick. Can we go faster than 15 sometime soon? You tried on your Mac, but it won't open. Huh. That's strange. I hear Logan in there screaming, doing something. Is this like not a mainline something? Oh, track speed 60. Okay. I'm good now. You never do that in real life. You're never supposed to dump your dynamics going downhill. You'll definitely get a rollout. What was the other big one too? You gotta check the head. Is it the head 5 cars on your consist? Or that was a big one there for a little bit. Make sure they're accurate. What are you doing, Logan? Let's see. You open it. Look. There you go. That's right. Okay. Yeah, non-hazardous. That's right. I just remember that was all real big about checking the head 5 of your car, make sure it's correct on your consist. Same 5 cars on your consist. In Birmingham for a little bit. Mr. Walt preached that. We're booking. We're going straight downhill. And about to turn and go uphill, looks like. Yep. I really don't want to speed. I wish they would implement PTC. I hate to say it, but I wish they'd kind of implement PTC in this game. Curb block. Think my career change and considering the railroad? Video's been very helpful. That's good, Grin. Hopefully I've helped you make a decision, or at least to give you an idea of what you're getting yourself into. Really? Is the back of our train? No, our train isn't fully come up the hill yet. Okay, now it's trying to, it looks like. Yep, okay. Now we're talking. Just if you are curious what I'm looking at, that's what I'm looking at. It's our guesstimator, clear block, and then another one clear. I want to see what's in these sidings. What's my train symbol? I have no idea. RRT15. Alright, we'll see what that does. Alright, she's a number 8. And they're all online. Thoughts on the 5550 project? I don't think I've seen much about that. I think I know what you're talking about. Way too much. Yeah, you're right, Todd. Wait, it would be like 2 engines, and then y'all have notch restrictions also, so I'd be stuck in like number 3. I'm going downhill. I didn't hit my counter. Whoops. Hey, Dawson. Hey, you're welcome, man. I'm glad they helped you out. Good luck at OJT, man. Just keep your head on a swivel. You'll do just fine. Black tank cars are quiet in the class yard. You can't see them coming. Yeah, I think they do have KCS skin. Right. What's up, BNSF guy 69, Alex? And hey, man. Headed to Folkston, Georgia. I guess so, huh? Is this your stomping grounds, Damien? Yeah, you're right, Edward. Yep, another one, like a trainee at that, which that seems to make it worse. When I talked about earlier, they said it was a freak accident. I'm gonna wait and see the reports first. Zachary, I have actually. I don't know what it was. I've mentioned this story a few times, but so I was leaving Chattanooga. We got on a it was a stack train out of Chattanooga. Logan. I don't know what he's doing. Hey. Where he went? Oh, I hear him now. So we swapped out with a crew coming from, I don't know where they were coming from, but we got on the train and there was a silver Ford F-150. It was a newer model, but it wasn't brand new. It wasn't like a 2020 or 2018 or what the time, 2017 at the time. And then there was a guy with big giant aviators on, and then a black mustache. And I was like, why is this guy here? And all he said was, I'll have to follow you all the way to Sheffield. And come to find out, I think he worked for the Homeland Security. And it was ahead 5 cars. And he followed us all the way to Sheffield. And every train we passed, they made the conductor get on the ground and do an inspection. You couldn't inspect it from the engine, for whatever reason. And I don't know what was in there. I don't know if there was guns in there. I forgot who my engineer was. But it could have been, I don't know what, I really have no idea. Yeah, I would have liked to have known what I was actually hauling. Rocket parts. Is there any type of special security deal they do, Sean, that you know of? Man, this track is a lot like at home, or in Sheffield where I used to work. Down, up, down, up, down, up the entire time. The whole rear of my train's coming down a hill right now. Yeah, definitely could have been drugs for sure. Oh, usually someone following, yeah. Yeah, Larry, that's right. I am too. Both of them. I was glad to hear that Alan Shaw say what he did, but I don't know if there's any truth to that. Oh, Victor, you like the NA? Spruce Pine? That hill will make you pucker up pretty good. I've never been there, but I've always heard stories that Spruce Pine is pretty much straight off a cliff. Alright, the rear of my train coming up the hill. It's about to be. I didn't hit my counter again. I forgot exactly what the actual rule for throttling and dethrottling. I think it's 10 seconds from throttle to dynamics. And I think it's 3 seconds in between each notch, but I'm not sure. Loaded coal train, yeah, 40 million pounds worth, 19,000 tons. Oh yeah, Selma, Tyler. Yeah, I see them all the time too. I don't know much about the Selma yard or the 3B for that matter. Okay, yeah, I was all over it then. I'm surprised I still remember that. I wish I knew what my counter was. I forgot. That would help. Here we go again. We're on a downhill grade. We're about to go right back up and then back down again. No DDs. No, hopefully not. I think there's a detector right here that you just said that. Here it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna get one now that you just mentioned it. I'm about to start speeding if I ain't careful.
574.0.
Oh yeah, I'm speeding. That's happening. Oh, maybe not. I think we're good. Back down the grade and then back up again. Where am I? I've got to be coming up on this diverging. Yeah, I've hauled a few military trains. Well, actually not full military trains, but I've had a few military cars, tanks and stuff on the head end. Or not even the head end, they're like in the middle of our train. I don't even think you can have tanks on the head end. Is it 2 when you break a rule? No, Nathan, I just going by the rules that I know.
Equipment defect detector. Milepost 574.0. No defect.
Ah, no defects, Todd.
End of transmission.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, shiftable load. Yeah, you can't have one on the head end. That's right. Got to be getting closer. Crazy thing is, the routes on this game literally take, I feel like, literally take as long as it takes in real life. If I wanted to run from Sheffield to Memphis, I think it'd probably take 4 hours. No, I never did see any hobos. I'm sure I had some. But even if I did, I wouldn't have minded. I would just kept on walking like I never saw them. Should be going back uphill now. What are you doing, Logan? Really? Yeah. Yeah, Damien, Todd too. I've seen a guy get hired back. They hired me again. I'm sure they'll hire you back. I mean, where's my signal? There we go. Approach. Oh, that's pretty close. That'd been nice to know. Like 3 miles ago. I don't know what that turnout speed is too. Hopefully it's like, I don't know, at least 25. That's really close. Put the air to this one. It says 60? Wait, oh, reduction 25 miles. For 25 miles per hour and 0.8 miles. Yeah, I think the air is getting put on this one, boys. Well, we are coming in hot. Woo! That was too close for comfort, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Never dump dynamics going downhill, but I'm about to do it. It'll be alright. You can catch a rollout and throw all your stuff in the floor. There it is. I see. There you go, Damon. Yeah, hang on to it. I'm sure you got everything highlighted you need, or you need to remember. So good. What's the rule on amperage and turnouts? I forgot. Is it 400 amps? Yeah, Philip. Man, that's tough, man. That's tough. Just have to keep applying for jobs and try and stay busy. The best, only thing I know to do until you get the opportunity. Yeah, Lander, this is a Waycross, I believe. CSX. Larry, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't a fan of Bernie when back in the day when he was running. When was that? 2018 or whatever it was. I think he's doing a great job though. He's the only one that's ever saying anything. And I've called out Tommy Tuberville, which is a Republican senator here in Alabama. I've talked with him previously in previous years about the two-man crew deal and the rail workers and all that stuff. And he voted no on sick days. And I promise you, I'm letting him have it. Every opportunity I have, I pretty much tell him he's a horrible leader. Only Ted Cruz voted yes. A couple other Republicans voted yes. But I'm glad to see somebody sticking up for y'all. Sean, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Diverging clear. Oh, was that a dwarf? It is dwarf. I'm not used to seeing those. G-Core 6.28. Restricted speed. Oh yeah, I don't think those tides have went in yet. I don't know, I can ask though. We got a few people I can ask that's still there. I'm still hearing a bunch about people leaving as soon as that back paycheck hits. That was even, I don't know if y'all paid attention today, but the STB was having a hearing with UP, and one of the guys that was speaking up for on the union's behalf was pretty much saying the same thing. A lot of guys are going to be leaving. We shall see. I watched about an hour of it this morning before I went to work. And ooh, I was gonna make a video about it because it was, I don't know, it was interesting to hear. There was one spot there. I'm talking about UP specifically, but there was one area the STB asked this guy some questions, and he was like, you know, how many sightings do y'all have between here and here? And it was like over 100 sightings, and out of those 100 sightings, only 20 something was over 10,000 feet long. And he's like, so you're telling me y'all are running trains longer than 10,000 feet, and it's killing y'all's, it's making y'all super congested, and y'all can't run trains, and this is why. Like, you know, y'all's infrastructure was designed to run trains less than 10,000 feet, and y'all still choose to run 15 and 20,000 foot trains like you're a bunch of idiots. And I was just like, holy crap, man, this is, like, this makes you open your eyes, like, how stupid are these executives really? Like, come on now, it's not rocket science. But, you know, who am I? I'm just some dude that makes YouTube videos. Now, Linda, there was definitely other things also. The biggest thing that I saw that people wanted was obviously sick days for sure, but call times was a big one. Why can't they have better call times? There's what was some other ones? Call times, days off, of course. This whole deal with, you know, if you're on a pull turn for NS, if you get 6 starts, you get 2 days off. And what NS will do is, once you hit that 5th start, they'll deadhead you home, or you'll sit in a hotel for 24 hours, and then they reset. You know, it should be mandatory. You know, instead of getting 6 starts, have 2 days off. Make it to where you're mandatory. You get 2 days off after every 6 days. I'm speeding. PTC be pissed. Be going beep 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 beep. Well, you may fix it. You got it? Huh? Okay, there you go. "24-hour smart rest." Oh, okay. The call, isn't UP trying to come out with some type of call window to where it's like, you know, up to 10 hours? That would be ideal. I'm sure all of y'all know, you know, it seems like every time you come off your rest days or something like that, you're like, oh yeah, I'm 5th out or 6th out, I probably won't get called for another 4 or 5 hours. I'm gonna try and lay down. You lay down for 30 minutes and they call you, you're like, what just happened? There's a lot of things they could do, but they choose not to because they suck at planning. Oh, my track speed's 60 now? Wasn't even paying attention. There's a whole list of things that I saw that people were asking for. It's just you know, sick time being a big one. I mean, you would have people, because you know, think about the people that don't have FMLA. What are they supposed to do? And like the guy made an argument today on the STB talking about, you know, the railroad used to be a single household income job that you could afford to do that, and it's, you know, he said it's really not that way anymore, which, depending on where you live, probably not. He said that means both parents have to work, and he said, you know, if these people taking sick days so they can take their kids to a recital or whatever it is, it's probably because the other parent can't be there because she has to work also, or he has to work also, so he has to be there, and you can't do that. There's no type of, you know, you just can't do that, and until the railroad, you know, fixes that with a, you know, a single household income deal, I don't know. Yeah, Tyler, you're right. They don't smell like piss in here. What is it, buddy? What is it? How do you make that go away? There you go. You're welcome. Talking about PSR at the rally? Yeah, PSR is a joke. Lander, I think the contract, what is the contract? Does it come up in 2024 now? Or is it 2024? I think it's 2024. That's where, in my honest opinion, and I hope I'm wrong, if the FRA doesn't do anything about, is it Wednesday yet? It is. Oh, is it 5 years? Okay, 2027. If the FRA doesn't do something about two-man crews today, that's where I feel you're going to see the next push for one-man crews. Yeah, like Shonda said. I don't know where this goes, and it may lead me off of a track that I don't own, but we'll see. So I'm really curious as to what the FRA has to say today. Yeah, there's too many safety risks. I almost applied to the FRA to be a speaker, but obviously I can't be there. That would have been my number one point I would have been preaching, was the same point I've always preached, is you're gonna, the class ones are willing to gamble the safety of the public and the citizens of the United States that live around the railroad. They're willing to gamble with their safety and their lives to save $1. To me, is just completely unacceptable. And then you can also look at another aspect of this, of the arguments. You know, if you catch a knuckle or a air hose, or something happens to the engineer, or diabetic engineer, anything along those lines. Yeah, Sean, you're right. Approach. I don't have an approach signal for. Why is that red? I have a clear block on my screen. What's going on here? We're going to enable auto all routes, and we're going to tone up the dispatcher. Press the single. Give it to me now. I'm about to slide through this joker. Roger. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. What, Logan? If you don't... I need to take all these games off that have these little ads. They're making a killing off you. Yeah, Ty, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand why they're, why they're doing it from a business standpoint. Obviously, to save money. I mean, I understand all that. You got to do that, but they're trying to compete with the trucking market, and I think that's just an excuse. You can't tell me that you can move. I mean, you can move 40 million pounds worth of coal with 2 people across the United States and what, maybe 10 crews. Yeah, that's bananas. You can't tell me that you can't compete with the freaking trucking industry that way. Yes, Edward, it does. It's sometimes worse than that, to be honest with you. It just depends on how bad that, how long it's been since they flushed that commode. They could smell the other way if you're not careful. Wait until the summer gets better. Opening doors in. What's the link for the Run 8? I think it's run8studios.com, I think. Or www.run8. Run8 Studios. Tie down on a train on a mountain. Yeah, Ricky, I'd be pissed too. That conductor's probably gonna tie down. Gosh, ain't no telling. It depends on how much the train weighs, of course. What's the tonnage, but that sucks. I think this is actually dark territory. I'm not really positive. I can't copy track authorities on the game, but I think it's all dark. Because I had to tone up dispatcher to get a signal. Well, I mean, that doesn't mean it's dark, but I did have control of it, but I don't know where somewhere lost in here. Oh, here I am. I'm up here. Where does it say it goes? I got a feeling my track's gonna run out up here. Yeah, that's right. Open the window in between crossings and close it whenever the engineer starts hitting the horn. Yeah, I'm not sure where this goes next. It looks like I've reached the top. Yeah, Sean, if you have to, you have to. That's true. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. 1/3 of an aircraft. That's pretty wild. It's crazy to think about. 39, what'd you say, 39,000 tons? 36,000 tons? Sheesh. I'm talking about almost 80 million pounds, pretty close to it. Heading to Jacksonville, Florida? Yeah, I'm gonna run out of track. I don't even think they have that available. Wow. That's stupid. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Yeah, Josh, if I was you and you had the opportunity, I would go to Amtrak myself. That's just me though. After watching their recruitment video and talking to some guys that actually work there, they seem to enjoy it. Yeah, I would push for Amtrak. A lot more job security there for sure. Amtrak will always need conductors. I'd hate to be the engineer on that train, Todd. I'd be pissed. Because I'm sure the trailing tonnage was probably horrible. There's probably 10,000 on the head end, another 26 on the rear. How many tons can I'm not sure how much a 44 AC can carry. How much one can. Yeah, I guess it depends on grades. Yeah, that's right. All good old timetables. Look at that and tell you. What is it? My track speed is definitely 60. Always dark humor. Nice. Horseshoe Curve Train Sim. I think I have Train Sim World 3. I don't think I have that edition though. That game is tough. I know that. I went down. It was one of them. It's a loaded coal train. You're supposed to go down a mountain, and I was in full dynamics. And even I think I did like a 10-pound reduction, and it wasn't stopping. It was still going. I know if 8099. Oh, I have no idea, Joey. No idea. That's where the real fans know way more than I do on those and that type of stuff. I think it's pretty cool that this engine's definitely shaking back and forth. I try to tell people all the time when I'm talking to people like in person. They always say, "What's the hardest thing about working for the railroad?" And I'd say, "Staying awake." And they say, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Man, it's like that rocking back and forth when you start going down the main line. It will put you to sleep." Spawning AI2 at Norfolk Southern North. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true, Tyler. Yeah, I was very fortunate to work with some pre-85 guys. I don't know if there's a couple of them maybe left. If they are, I'd be really surprised. I'm sure Pat's probably gone by now in Sheffield. I'm sure Peeper's gone also. Those pre-85 guys, though, those guys are making a killing. Yeah, that productivity, Todd. That's it, man. Steve Southern was he was a conductor I trained with. He had been out there, oh gosh, I don't know how long, but he was tied to a local out of Decatur that ran from Decatur to Sheffield, and it always took 12 hours working that local because the dispatcher would just put you in the hole. And I was, you know, he made what they made. So whatever, if they worked 12 hours, he made whatever the conductor made that day. On top of his local that he worked in Sheffield was A87. So he was literally making conductors pay times 2. Nuts. Eats the same pepperoni sandwich every day. That's funny.
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 553.
I'm an idol.
0.
I'm surprised my track ain't ran out yet. Where am I going? What happens when all the power generates during braking? So, Zachary, how this all works is basically it's just a big giant diesel engine, and that big giant diesel engine is running generators, and the generators is actually what is producing the power to the traction motors. So it's all based off electricity. So, I mean, you have some massive batteries in the back of these things, but it's all ran off that generator. And my understanding of dynamic brakes is basically just, I don't know how accurate this is, but this is what I was told. Just imagine some really strong, really strong magnets going the opposite way of the wheels. And I don't know how true that is, but that's how they explained it to me. That's what it's, you know, and you can definitely feel it too.
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 5.
I don't have a clue where I'm going.
0. No defect. Total axle 382. End of transmission.
And the crazy thing is, this game nails it too when it comes to, I'm breaking all the rules here, but it's alright. But the way this sounds, pretty close. You can't really hear it. Yeah, pretty close. I'd have caught a knuckle really quick. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the cabs are definitely, you know, down here is all kind of holes and crap, and there's crap in the floor. The chairs don't even look this good, even though they look like crap. Radio is missing buttons. You can't even tell what 5 and 6 is. And of course, you gotta have the cameras. I see no cameras in here. Why aren't we being watched? Zachary, that dynamic power could possibly go to a battery. That's way above my knowledge on the mechanical side. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, no working PT screen, that's for sure. But we do have other working screens though. Let's see if I can get it. I forgot how to get them work. Why does it not let me click my screen? How long did I work for NS? 3.5 years. It's not that smooth on a train. No, I was just talking about though, John, how the train tries to simulate, you know, moving back and forth. Well, I think that's pretty cool because I guess that's the main thing I tell people is a reduction of 30 and 0.8 miles. Okay, great. I'm breaking all the rules. Mm-mm-mm. Sounds good to me. I'd say, yeah, that's probably what they do. Sling you out of the seat. Is that going towards Atlanta, John? I don't know where we're at, but I think we've made it. I'm guessing we're here. And we're about to... I'm not sure where we're going, actually. I'm just going to keep on going, I guess. Oh, Oxford, okay. Notch negative that costs $870. I'm sure he's happy. Notch restrictions. That's crazy. Yeah. I guess they've figured it out now that maybe it's cheaper just to recrew an engine, but if you think about the time it takes to get a crew there, get them on the train, copy track authorities if they have them, knock the handbrakes off. We have notch restrictions down here also, so it's definitely not just Canadian. Green Railroad, yeah. Pay a cab, yeah, that's right. That actually makes more sense now that you just said that. Green Railroad, yeah. It's all about showing that, oh, look, we've saved this much fuel, or we didn't put out, we only put out this much emissions for the entire year of 2022. Give me a break. What was that? Why does my EOT make that noise? Lock them up. I forgot how you shoot this thing. My engine should be smoking. I got through the independent and the train brake. Toodaloo. Well, Ty, you work in Chattanooga? Look, man, I don't want to go here. I'll tell you what I'm about to do though. I'm about to go save Highballs Bakersfield. That way I ain't got to spawn any cars in. I don't like spawning cars in. Thank you. Load them in. There we go. Wow, it's dark. Okay, file, save. BKR Highball. Thank you. Bail out. Oh, you working okay. Nice. Not far from me. Why is it making it sunny? Whoops, wrong button. I forgot how to put tags on. Did I carry extra lights? Yeah, I had a headlamp. Yeah, I kept a headlamp on me at all times. Whatever, we'll work in the dark. We shall work in the dark. We're just going to do... I don't see the cars I need. Do I need to spawn the cars? I think it's tank cars. I'm about to switch 3 locals. Tank cars and box cars. Yep. Well, there's no box cars on that one. Tank cars. Okay. Ooh, boy, I can't see nothing. Holy cow. Where's my lights? Turn them on. I don't need my beacon on. There we go. Couldn't see them. Why do I have a feeling this engine is not in run? Because it is not. That it? Nope. Gosh, I make it impossible to see this stuff. Nope. Run. That what I need? There we go. Now we're talking. Alright, let's go back here. Hey Raymond, sorry I was definitely lost looking for all that. Appreciate it, man. Glad you found some value in the channel. What is it? What happened? Huh? Look, we don't want these games. All these games are making a killing off you, buddy, I'm telling you. Here. Let's see. I need to... Dun, dun, dun. Freight cars. I need tank cars. UTLX. That'll work. Box cars. BNSF. And CNs will be the other one. Oh, I built that wrong. Crap. Hang on, let's see. Tank car, UTLX. Alright, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. What's up, JL? Sorry, I'm trying to get all my crap situated over here. Oh, I stopped it short. Rookie. Alright, so I'm not doing a brake test. When I was there now, I was still getting paper bulletins, but I'm not sure. I know they have a phone now, but I'm not exactly sure. Full. Alright, let's get back here. So, NS, fun fact for all you new guys at NS, we used to not be able to ride tank cars. What in the world? Why is that? Oh, that's why. Okay, let's try that again. Hear the slack? Gosh, dang it. Okay, we're just going to do this way then. Who is hitting a horn? That's definitely not me. Must be a train close by. I don't know. It's weird. The sound of this game, yeah, the sound of this game is very accurate. I could definitely turn it up. I don't know how well y'all can hear it. I have it turned all the way up, actually. Oh, we used to not be able to ride tank cars, John. They used to not let us ride tank cars, and it killed me because one of the industries I worked at had tank cars. We used to always switch it first. So I had to start adding an extra buffer or a car to ride on the end. And then shortly after I left Sheffield, they brought the rule back to where we could ride tank cars. Is this guy coming down my main line? Okay, no, he's not. At least I hope he's not. Okay, no, he's not. Cut your headlights off, dude. Yeah, Santana, I had the same thing similar to me because of one of my prescriptions. If you haven't heard anything, typically that's a good thing. Probably just means you're just waiting for your start date at this point. Must be Mr. AI train, huh? Yeah. I think there's one more switch we have to get up here. BNS6, yeah, I always say the same thing, Tom. You can actually kick back on those jokers. This is probably a close clearance. You're not supposed to ride on this side, but no. Oh well. Guns, First Amendment, and paper bulletins. Yeah. Oh yeah, sounds like Mr. RCO, Sean. It's like a grain train, don't it? All of it. I can't tell. It looks like it's loaded too. Looking at the springs and the bolsters. Yeah, JL, no problem, man. Glad to hear it. Glad I've been able to help. Hopefully, you know, other guys on here, I'm sure, has answered some questions for you also. Coming in hot. Hit the brakes. Bulletins. PTC does it. Yeah, you're right. PTC does all. Hit the brakes. I don't know if he's going to let me do this. I'm going to take him off a bit. He's not going to let me throw the switch. Nope, just kidding. He will. Okay. What's the rule in NS? You can't step on anything more than what, 4? Is that 4 or 5 miles per hour? I definitely broke that rule in real life and break it now. What's going on, Fusion? 4? Yeah, I broke that when I was running 8. Ten kind of sucks, yeah. I don't know if I've actually jumped on at 10. I remember I did it one day, and I can't remember the conductor trainee I had with me. But my engineer didn't understand me. I was like a couple switches up from him in Decatur, and I said, come up here and pick me up. And I guess he thought I said, I'm on, or somehow or another. But I heard him take off, and he went like number 1, 2, then 3. And then by the time he got to me, I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to jump on. And when I grabbed, man, I'm talking about, look, that's one of those things I look back on, like, I could have definitely gotten really hurt. And they're still big on safety stops. So we definitely, I remember at school they were real big about that, and then they got to the point to where you literally just ride until you get like within a couple of cars and you step off. I'm gonna jump and roll, Sean. I think we're lined up. According to the game, that's the Virgin flag for CSX. Oh man, no, I'll probably never go back to the railroad. Definitely not in the current state it's in now. I'll just stick with the YouTubes. Bingo. Oh, I forgot. I'm going in backwards. There we go. So I'm pretty sure you can do this way if you connect. It says it's open. So do I not have any air to this train? I guess I don't. Okay. Whatever. Drag it out. I don't know if it's going to pull it out of there. I'm already in number 3 and it ain't moving. Come on, you can do it. I guess I have to release all the handbrakes. Oh, we're starting to roll now. If only you could release and apply handbrakes this easy in real life. Yeah, 4 miles or less. What, buddy? I've definitely seen harder, and those are the ones where I just turn my head and do this number, and it shakes the ground around you. There we go. What would I like to see changed in order to go back? Oh, man. If there was any type of schedule, I would probably go back. I'm probably about to run into anything. Whoops. I don't even know where my switch is at. Okay, here it is right here. That'll do. That'll do. How's Atlas? I like it, man. Atlas is good. What, buddy? Yeah, 5 cars. That will do. That's right. Rookie engineer. No clear point painted. That's odd. Somewhere right in here, I guess. Yeah, Sean, I don't know if you was in here when I ever told this story about a guy named Mike as an engineer. We were rolling a car off a hill from an industry, and Mike was he's a bit of a hothead. And I was still training, and I was standing at the derail, so then my conductor rolled by me. I was going to throw the derail back and walk over and hit the switch, and he came outside and he was standing on the nose of the engine, screaming and yelling and cussing at me and all this other stuff. And I had to couple him up to the cars that we just rolled off the hill. And he's out there screaming and cussing and yelling. I said, okay, I got something for you. And I coupled him up, and I was counting down. I said 5, 4, 3. When I said 2, I said, that'll do. And when I went back up on the head end, he just looked at me and he said, all right. He said, you got me back. He said, and that was it. And after that, we were tied ever since. Where's my cars at? I know it's somewhere up here. I connected the hoses. That's the only way I know which one is mine. Really? Wow, I could go way back. I don't know how hard he coupled up, but I know it was enough to knock his coffee off the stand. Yeah, you're right, Don. Where'd my car go? I lost it already. I didn't count. That's it. I guess I could, What? Come on, it is an idle, you goofy. Thank you. That'll do. Take it ahead. You're true. You're paying too. I'm on you. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Yep, John. Time to take a nap. Take these, man. What state? I was in Alabama. Yeah, that's true. I'll never forget riding shove back in Decatur. It's right next to the Tennessee River, man. That's the only time I've ever experienced negative degree temperatures, and it was so cold. Me and Jason, name's Jason Hill. He's a flowback engineer. It was great. What's up, Astra? Oh yeah, I went to Tennessee and Mississippi. Yeah, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see ya. Thanks for stopping by, too. I haven't streamed in a while, though. That's another part of that. Kind of hard to stop by when I don't stream, huh? I guess this is good. Easy. Oh, did you give me enough sight to open the coupler? Nope. It isn't idle. Hush. Thank you. I've been working on the road. I haven't learned that song in a long time. Yeah, Sean, I've been meaning to do the cold weather gear, but it's... Yeah, you passing? Did you tear it up? It's hard for me to make a cold weather gear video, though, when I've never truly really worked in cold weather. I mean, it's cold down here, but it's not like cold. And the stuff that I wear, like I bought this jacket. This is a Ariat. It's called a rebar. I got it from Academy, and I've been wearing it here, but it's only been like, you know, in the 30s or so. Really, it's been in like the 70s for the past couple of weeks. Oh, nice. Yeah, I bet it would be a good one there, Zach. I can't remember which switch am I supposed to go to. I think it's this one. I think this is right. I'm not positive, actually. Yep, that's it. I got this one. Alright, yeah, we're good. See you, Damien. Plans for 10K? No, not really. Huh? What? Chocolate? What? I don't know what you're saying. What right there? Boy, I'm coming in hot, fellas. You have a phone? Yeah, you can, but you can't use it. In this, you can't use it until you're stopped. I think with CSX and other guys, you can't use them at all. From my understanding. What? I don't know what you're saying, but okay. He's getting pissed off. He's saying right here. What is it? I'm really just going to drag these cars out of here. Well, I said there's only 2 of them. We're going to kick these cars. That's what we're going to do. You can kick cars in this game. If you're good. Good enough. Zach, I'm not sure if they do or not, actually. Can you eat in locomotive? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of that going on in them locomotives, I promise you that. Now Todd did work for Nucor. I recently just left and went to Atlas Tube. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Did it work? It did. Kaboom. There it went. Yeah, Nucor, it was a great place to work. It's just time for me. I just didn't mix with management, man. I don't know. I had a big problem. The way Nucor works is each plant is like their own, it's like its own little business, and the plant manager runs that business. The plant manager where I worked, me and him didn't see eye to eye. There's a lot of accountability of people on the floor. But when it comes to accountability for management, there was none. And I called him out on it, and called him out on it, and called him out on it for 3 or 4 months at a time. Then they finally suspended me for my attitude, is what he told me, which is a flock. It started with something else, and they suspended me for my attitude. And, yeah, that's when I was like, it's time for me to head on out. I don't know much about U.S. Steel. I know there's a couple of guys at Nucor that used to work for them. No, you can't listen to music. Can't listen to music. I think I was gonna leave. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna do. BNs are staying here, I believe. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Beans. It's funny, Sean. They used to call them minutes where I was at. We're gonna take our minutes. Oh yes, I am driving the train. I'm just driving it with my keyboard. Yeah, I was hired by Watco actually. They hired me too. Oh, Buffalo, New York. I think you guys may be on Conrail. Not positive though for you. That's probably close clearance. Usually right on this side. Pole. I'm dead. Canadian National Yard. I don't think so. Never heard of that one. Alright, did we get far enough back? That is the question. I was about to mention something of new conductors of what not to do. I don't think I should even say it. I'm not even going to. What the world's going on here? right. No, Zach, you only need to study the signals that you're on. If you know you're on N&W, then I would be sure and I was actually hired by them not too long ago, but I never did go work for them. Yeah, Sean, you would think so. I don't know why NS has not gone to the same signal system as every other Class 1. I guess NS just wants to be different, but it helped me out. But the bad thing is I still had to learn the basics of what most of y'all use, the medium clear, limited clear, and approach limited and all that goofy stuff. I had to learn some of that because we had to get on the CSX main line. Easiest signals to me are Southern signals, but NS for sure. The ones that are running right now in this game. What are you doing, Logan? Yeah, they still show it in class whenever you go. They'll tell you if you're on N&W, Conrail, or Southern. They're definitely still around somewhere. Whoops, rookie. Why is that not working? I don't even want to... I'm pretty sure all these are not connected. Yeah. So, y'all know y'all have to partially open up your angle cocks, right? Whenever you're cutting in air. Yeah, you got to do it in this game also. Birmingham Terminal's crap. I have heard stories. I've had some friends that work there, and they switched to US Steel, and they say it's really, really busy. But, man, I enjoyed switching cars. I would have loved it. But I'll be honest with you, man, the pay is subpar, to say the least. No scheduled off days. The way they told me how they were going to do things was really weird. I was like, y'all have scheduled off days? They said, no, we'll just call and let you know in the morning if we need you or not. What? No thanks. That was a little odd to me, I thought. What in the world? Why is that not working? Alright. I didn't want to flare, but... whatever, it ain't gonna stay on there. As long as it's closed, I don't care. It's closed. Run 8 is very, very hard. Since I would say Train Sim World if you're just trying to get into the... just to learn the basics. This game is really hard just because the physics of it's really close. But you're just looking to play a Train Sim game. Train Sim World is pretty good. Definitely really good for beginners. It takes you through all the steps on how to start a locomotive and all that good stuff. How long does it take to put together a train? It takes several hours for sure. Several hours depending on depending on how slow your carmen are. I'm in neutral. Yeah, you're right, Sean. Are they the only ones out of the 4 in Alabama that are union? Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, he did tell me that he tried to convince his guys to not vote union, but they did. And yeah, the way he's like, yeah, we'll just call you and let you know if you're off. Like, what does that mean? But yeah, pay was pay definitely not great. The smoking permitted on off the trains? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people smoke inside the cabs, even though you ain't supposed to. I haven't seen any more trains come by. Here there'd be another one close. There's a couple of them down here, it looks like. Are these handbrakes still applied? Oh, they are. That's why it's still rolling so slow. See? Forgot to take my handbrakes off. Have I run into Hobo Shoestring? No. If I did, I didn't know about it. Yeah, there's several rail fans getting to a lot of engines, that's for sure. What is it, buddy? Yeah? Chocolate? No, we can't eat chocolate. It's like, I don't know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, 1:30 in the morning, you're not eating chocolate. Chocolate. I don't know what you're saying. You're not saying chocolate. Where? Okay, hang on. Yeah, not all doors are locked. Some of the rail fans get a hold of proper keys. You know, I hate to say it, but switch keys aren't too hard to come by nowadays. I feel like there's still some handbrakes tied on this train because we're slowing down really quickly. They have their ways. Yeah, Lander, so how that worked is, well, from Birmingham north, it was all southern signals until we got to, they call it Wauhatchie. And then when we got to Wauhatchie, that's CSX track. And we would have to stop and get authorization, tone up CSX dispatcher, and get permission to cross over their main line onto NS's main line right there at South Tunnel. When I was in Sheffield, we would have to leave, we would come off the NS main line and hit CSX main line. And again, we'd have to tone up dispatchers and call the signals, you know, with our little Z number. And yeah, it was always interesting. But yeah, Birmingham, it was all southern signals up until we hit Wauhatchie. Yeah, there's the brakes still applied. Oh, they are still applied. I figured something was still applied. Yep, Tyler, same way. Yep, Logan will be 3 in a couple of weeks. December the 23rd. Wide open. We were in emergency. Alright, fellas, I'm getting off here. It's definitely 1:30 in the morning, but I'm going to get in here and talk about what happened, and then mess around this game while I'm still learning. I want to make some switch exercises for some new guys. Let them figure it out. But appreciate y'all being here. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you guys in a couple of days with another video soon. Zachary, have a good night. Sean, see you, man. Appreciate y'all being here. But I'll be streaming pretty soon again, hopefully very soon. So I'll see you guys soon. Good night. Bye. Bye.